Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we're going to be doing Pisces makeup. So we are finally finishing up the series today, and I did have to redo my nails. The other ones were chipping and breaking and all that, so I'm like, might as well get shorter ones, which these are mediums, which are a whole lot better for my lifestyle. So yeah, I had to fix them. So first thing we're gonna go into is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour full wear concealer. Don't see why it's like that. And I might want to open so I don't know if I'll use anything up today. And my eye is doing a lot better. Babe, that makeup, that Walmart bag that had a bunch of makeup brushes in it, where'd you put it? Can't hear you. Huh? Alright, I'll look for it later. And I forgot something. Here. So now we're going into my camo concealer sponge. And we're blending that out. And now I can like blend like I used to. That's a lot lighter. So now we're going onto the other eye. Actually, I'll just keep brushes for another week. And add brushes as we go through. If we need to add brushes, we can add brushes. I really need to find those two bags. Oh, that hurt. I just poked. Oh, that really freaking hurt. I just like decided to poke my eye with my makeup brush. So what I'm doing is I'm actually sorry, it's really hurt. Is I'm putting all the makeup products in my little drawer that I keep them in, and all my makeup brushes are going into the tackle box that I kept my makeup in just for now until you know. And so I put more makeup in there that I am using, which I am going to work on that this week. I'm not going to go through all the makeup I have left just because I didn't use up many products. So it's pretty much just the same thing with a few products taken away. But I will do it next time. So like, when I use more products up, I will do it just because it's like only a few products taken, a few products used up this whole series, so I'm like, there's no point. And what I'm doing is I'm going to go through all my makeup and see which products are going to be easier to use up than others. So then I put them in there, and then that's what I focus on using up. And then after that, if I get some makeup products used up after that, then I will think about it. Okay. Enough chatting. I'm still not 100%, so you're gonna see me cough a lot and hear me cough a lot. So we're going into the Maybelline Fit Me Mountain Poreless Powder and the Real Techniques setting brush, which I'm actually really glad I have this brush. So this makes the job with pressed powders so much easier. So today it's going to be a little different. So bear with me while we go through this different eyeshadow. Alright, so how this is going to be, well, you'll see how it's going to be different. I'm missing, no, I'm not, found it. Alright, so you're going to see how this is going to be different today. So really quickly, we're going into the Angled Crease Brush by Equal Tools. Oh, and we're just using the LA Colors Tease Palette. Going to use that angled brush to go into the yellow, which is the only shade I seem to even put a tint in. Oh, and I forgot my makeup wipes. Oopsie. Which I love this pack of makeup wipes because it has a closed top, so it won't be that hard to close anymore. So anyways, and then this is where we're gonna put it all over, or like up here where I put the eyeshadow, because it's like my crease, because I have a natural crease but I don't, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So, yellows all over the eye. And I would hold it uh, vertically like this, like where it's going up and down like this when you go up towards your eyebrow, the arch of your eyebrow, so you don't get it in your eyebrow if you're like doing your eyebrows. But since I'm not doing my eyebrows anymore, so I will keep that brush just in case. So now, going into this little crease looking brush, we're going to go into orange, which is right next to yellow. And this is just going like that. Whatever I have left goes on the lid. Like that. So now we're going to first do the crease. So this is where the blending brush is going to come in really handy. We're going to use this fluffy crease brush. Going to go into blue in that same palette. I'll show you the shade. The blue shade. This is where we're going to kind of make teal, turquoise, whatever you want to call it. So we're going in with blue first. And it goes all the way up. And we're not doing any eyeliner today. So it goes all the way up to the brow bone. Emphasize that brow bone. But anyways, we're not doing eyeliner today. So that's good. Eyeliner is kind of hard to do right now. And then, same thing here. All the way up to that brow bone. Making it very noticeable. So, the blending brush that we use is going to come really handy during the crease area and the lid, because we're going to blend it together to make the teal or the turquoise color that we need. Okay. So now, going into the green shade, which is right next to the blue. And I know that like just putting it on right away is gonna blend it, but I'm using the blending brush to really make sure it blends. So I'm being very light with this. I guess it really is blending. Making a brand new color here. I guess it is kind of blending. I'm gonna have to use a flashlight. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding more of that green. And don't worry, I will wipe all the fallout away once I'm done with the eye look. So I found out it actually takes time away from doing your eyes if you do it while doing the eye look, because and also it fallout is gonna go back right where you cleaned up. So I found out it's just better to do it after everything, so then you just wipe it all away at one time and you're done. I'll also clean the face while we're at it. That is blending together nicely, making a nice teal, turquoise, whatever you call it, color. I guess they are kind of two different colors though. But like I said, we're just going to really make sure that it's blending together just fine. And I don't need that angled crease brush anymore. So we're going to use the e.l.f. blending eye brush really lightly. And we're just going to blend it together so it really makes that turquoise color. And I decided it'd be a nice contrast if we just do the blue or the green. On the lid, not the turquoise teal color I just made. Versus so, we're gonna go with green on this one. I'm gonna do the green on the lid. So the other colors palette is done. And now we're into the CoverGirl Eye Enhancer shadow, which we're using this inner corner highlight. Oh, and I forgot to say, we're on our last water sign. So, we're on our last water sign. So the order I did it is the order that you would typically see this listed. We're just going to put this on the green to make it pop against the turquoise teal color. Anyways, where you'd go fire sign, air sign, air sign, water sign. This is the order that you'd normally see it from Aries down. So you would see Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. But there are some people who list it different. They'll go from Aquarius down to Capricorn because of the fact that Aquarius does start in January. Or no, they'll go to Capricorn down to Sagittarius because of December to January. It just depends. I mean, neither way is right or wrong, but it just depends on the person. Like me, I prefer Aries down to Pisces. Some people prefer it being in order by month, so Capricorn down because it goes into January. Capricorn does. Alright, so now let me Hey babe. Baby. Can you help me open my wipes? Huh? Huh? So while he's doing that, I'm gonna get my primers ready and all the brushes I need. Which I should only need 2 brushes for that. Oh my god. Like it only comes 1 wipe at a time. It's a lot easier. So my e.l.f. Halo Glow has leaks again. So there we go. Whatever. Love you too. So I only need 2 brushes with it. Like I said, if we need to, we'll switch out brushes as we go along if we need to. Okay. So now I can finally get clean up my little fallout here. And I should only need 1 wipe per makeup tutorial now. Because those are pretty big and they don't get dirty as quick. Now we're going into the e.l.f. Power Grip with 4% niacinamide, which I love this one. I do like the original, don't get me wrong, and this one's a bit stickier, so you gotta be careful. So you gotta be a bit careful, because it is stickier and your hair will stick to it if you know you're in a hurry to do your makeup and don't pull your hair back. Like I do sometimes. I actually found out if you like put too much pressure on your fingers for the first 24 to 48 hours, they will actually pop off super easy, which is why I got some nail bond, which still doesn't really help because it still did what it usually does, but it helped a little bit because then it lasted a little bit longer. Not much. Alright. So we're going to let that set. And I mean, it's been working, so. But that's because I've been, like, the first time I did these, because I did have to do them again today. First time I did this set, I probably didn't let it cure long enough. So. Now we're going into the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. Which this is where I use the e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to pump it onto my finger first. Then I'm going to put it on my face. Then I'll use the brush to blend it out. And I'm wondering if that's the reason they pop off too, because I don't let them cure long enough. Like, this time around, what I mean by cure is this time around, I let everything dry for an hour. And it's worked so far. Because when I did it before and all that, a nail had popped off by now before I decided to let everything cure for an hour. And this kind of mattifies the face as well. Like, I feel like with this, I don't get oily or anything. So that's nice. You know, if you want a mattifying primer that doesn't really say it's mattifying, it just mattifies. Now, will we let that set? I'll show you the next primer, which I might not let it set long. I'm not in a hurry to do this, I don't want things setting long and then it not working right. So we're going into the Neutrogena Prep and Correct Redness Correcting Primer, which is, it does say it mattifies. I don't see that it mattifies, but at the same time, I feel like it does. Especially because this time of year, my face has been extremely oily, like combo oily. In comparison is to fall and winter when it's just combo, it's both oily and dry. So, I mean, there's still some dry spots. Don't get me wrong. There's still some dry spots. But it's not as nearly, those spots are not as nearly as dry. I feel like my skincare has made a difference too. Has helped made a difference too. At the same time, I need to be careful with that. It's like I haven't even got much acne either. Which is another thing. I don't think I'll ever get acne again until uh until I get pregnant again. because lately I'll get a few breakouts here and there. But other than that, it's like few breakouts here and there because of makeup. But other than like actual hormonal acne, I don't get it anymore. It's just because of excess oil because of makeup. Okay. So now I'm just doing dots all over my face today. I'm going into the Elf Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the shade 1 Fair. I'm just doing dots all over my face today. Okay. Okay. I got some on thing, and then I might want to go ahead and clean this bottle off so it don't leak again. Alright, so now we're using the Real Techniques Deluxe, or not Deluxe Research, soft accent brush. So now we're going to do contour slash bronzer. And I think we're going to do bronzer first today. Just so I can do bronzer first. So I can kind of shape where I want my contour to be. Okay. And again, we're going to use the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge thingy. Blend that out. And I thought my fiance wanted to watch me do this. Babe. Huh? Why don't you come over here? And I'm just flicking it down. so it doesn't look like just a line on my. I can't hear you. Well, I thought you wanted to watch me. And you're done, right? Huh? Oh well. So now I'm just going to put it right toward close to my brows. And again, flicking it down so it doesn't look just like a straight up line on my face. And now that's what it is. I just don't want it looking like lines. I want it to look. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I essentially want my makeup to look like it blends in together and it's just one product all over the face, even though it's multiple products. And the shade we're using in the putty bronzer is Tan Lines, which we're almost done with. So it's very exciting. So now I'm going to connect this with the inner corner of my eye. And I'm just swapping out the sides of my nose. I'm not even going to worry about this part where I usually do. And again, using my sponge. Alright. So now, I can find it. Must be under my leg. Now we're going to go into contour, which is the Rimmel London Stay Matte Concealer and the shade Espresso. This is our liquid contour. Trying to sharpen up that line a little bit. We're using the e.l.f. contouring brush. To blend that out. Because then it shows me where I should be going with the concealer on in between the contour and the bronzer and the contour and the blush. Because I'll blend it out, changes it, being all blended out. So then we're going into sponge again. And then we're going on the other side. And I feel a cat. sorry, that was pretty random, but my foot's dingling off the side of the bed, and then all of a sudden I feel firm on my foot. Let's see why. Camo! We got a little camo down here. You've all met camo in some of my previous videos. If you haven't seen the video with my two cats, I would suggest doing it. Oh, and then I think there's one more with camo, and there's definitely one more with Shaggy. And I will definitely show her to you today if she lets me pick her up. To the girls, these are dragon claws, so they're not a fan of them. Alright, so now going on to the forehead. Put close to the hairline. Alrighty. She's also been a mama's girl, so today, so I don't know. She might not. So I'm gonna work at first blending in the middle, like right here, and then work on blending on the sides. Okay, the whole reason you're up here is oh my god. So I will show you her in a minute because she's sleeping right now, so I don't want to disturb the poor baby right now. If she wakes up before I end the tutorial, I will definitely show you to her. Her to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think she is. Alright, so now we're going to do the concealer really quick. So, which is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And the, well, I was going to say the small concealer brush. Yeah. And the small concealer brush from e.l.f. Today I'm just taking it and taking it off the applicator. So it's way less wasteful. So I'm not blending it out where I would put highlighter. I'm just blending it to where it looks like skin around the contour and the bronzer and the contour and blush. So it stops right at the edge of my lip. And I know the forehead's kind of hard to do, but we're still gonna try it. I swear to God, I thought that meowing was one of my cats. I was about ready to raise some hell. Shut up. You don't even know what I'm talking about. So. Not you. Okay. So now I'm blending it. And then I'm gonna do my forehead really quickly and then I'll put it on top of the concealer. Or on top of contour. Or I'll just do my blush and then do it like that. That's what I'll do. So, yeah. So pretty much the highlighter is going to go over the blush a little bit. Because I'm not putting it anywhere near highlighter. Besides my forehead. It's kind of hard not to. Unless I just don't highlight my forehead today. Because I'm not wanting to put it anywhere. I'm putting the highlighter today. Just for today. I smell good. Why does my computer die so fast? I bet you this is an old ass computer and that it was trying to say it was brand new. So I have to pause and plug my computer in before it dies on me. Alright. Face is itchy, face is itchy, face is itchy. Okay. So now we're going into the Maybelline Cheek Heat. And I think I'm just going to leave the concealer alone with the blush. Just because this is such a sheer blush. It doesn't really matter. So now I gotta get another, or actually first I'll blend this out, then we'll worry about the still adds a lot of pigment and stuff. So it still works as a blush. It just not as noticeable as what some people want. So alright, so now cream highlighter, which is the NYX Away We Glow, and the shade State of Flux, or Transition. All a very, very, apparently very highlighted look today. So I just put that on heavy. Then we're gonna put it on our chin, cupid's bow, and down the bridge of our nose, even right in here. Anyways, so now we're going to do a round of setting spray. And this is why I don't am organizing shit. Never fun. Anyways, so I'm a fan on both sides of me, so it's not spraying right. So I kind of have to lean forward and get out of the air. But I will find everything. Once I do, I'm putting it in the spot that I like, and he's touching it. Anyways, so now we're pretty much gonna cover this all up with foundation. So first, we're gonna do our nose, and then we'll work our way to face. So first we're going to use the side that's technically for concealer. You know, I don't care. What's nice about this foundation, and I'll just go ahead and do this. What's nice about this foundation is that I don't really smell it until it gets to around my nose. So now we're going to use the flat head part and do my face. Anyways, what I was trying to say, I really don't notice the smell of this foundation. Oh, and the shade I'm using is Fair Lady T6. It's the Oma Beauty foundation. Anyways, like I said, I don't really notice the smell until it's around my nose. So when I go to do my nose, then I start to notice it. But other than that, I don't notice the smell. But still, with that being said, about not noticing it until it's around my nose, it's still not a pleasant smell. I forgot to get in between my nose. Anyways, it's still not a pleasant smell, and I don't like the smell. But I'm gonna finish this bottle up. And I'm gonna finish this bottle up, and then this is a definite no. So now we're gonna use the Real Techniques sponge and press it into the skin for one. For two, put it into the hairline. Blend it into the hairline. So now we're going to let this marinate. Which is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer and Fair Warm. Which you all know, I love the camo concealers from e.l.f. Both of them. They're phenomenal. So I only had to use two, which is a big difference than 5 or 6 in the other ones. So that is such a big difference. That's such a big change, and I love it. Alright. While I'm letting this marinate, I'm going to start powdering my neck, which it broke. So which means I don't have much longer with this powder, which is actually fine because then it's like, you know, that's Which my only complaint about me using all this makeup up, so I do have a complaint because it's like stupid and all that. Why can I not freaking, what is it called? Oh my gosh, I can't think now. Or, no, I can. Why can I not use a eyeshadow palette up? Like seriously, is it just that hard to use an eyeshadow palette up? I mean, I'm getting close to some of them, but it's still, help me here. Well, I got a few more products after this powder. Okay. So now we're going to take the Real Techniques setting brush. Sorry. And use the powder and set the rest of my face. So if you notice, I'm pressing it into my skin. That just allows it what am I trying to say? Dang it. This is just allowing it to really set the face instead of swiping it. Like you would with other powder products like bronzer and blush. This is really getting into the makeup. Like these three nails still feel loose, and it's like worrying me, and I don't know if it's just if it's normal. Well, yeah, it is, because there's times that all the other times I've had nails on, it's felt loose. I love this setting brush. I know I do that with, I swipe with the concealer on my eyes, but that's just because the eyes is such a delicate thing. I don't want to like accidentally hurt myself while poking myself in the eye. This is in the shade Classic Ivory, but you'll see me here. Pressing it. Alright, so now we're going to go into bronzer which we're using the angled foundation brush. And we're using the primer infused bronzer in Forever Sunkiss. If I can get the fucking thing. There we go. This brush I'm using actually allows me to make a sharp line, how I did with the putty bronzer. This just does the same thing, except with powder. I mean, it looks so natural on my face. So it's like, I don't see why. I wouldn't want to use this brush. This brush is so comfortable. Now I'm taking the angled crease brush, swirling it into that powder, and going to contour and snatch out this little bit. Alright. And this is why I kept the setting brush out, because I knew I was going to need it. Now we're going to use the e.l.f. Primer Infused Matte Blush and Always Cheeky. I'm not being able to open the thing. And we're using a Real Techniques angled blush brush to apply this. Like, now this one's starting to feel loose. But like if I push on it, it doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't show that it's coming off. So now last round is setting spray. What's the e.l.f. setting spray? Alright, so this is the end of the series. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I hope you liked this series. This is stuff that I'm like really passionate about. Um, and Kimmo did wake up, but I don't know where she went, so yeah, I'm not gonna go hunt her down and try to find her for you guys. I'll just show her in the next video. She'll more than likely be up here. But anyways, this is stuff that I'm really passionate about. I love this stuff. I love history. I love it all. Like, it's crazy. I'm out of school and I still, like, we don't want to get into that. But anyways, I hope you like this series. Oh my gosh. I can't say that enough. And I'll try to do more series on my channel. Um, just like this one, like I might do Disney characters, Harry Potter, stuff like that. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.